Welcome to another edition of Linux Command Line Tips. Today we are going to introduce the concept of a text editor. So how do you create files? How do you make a file? How do you edit a file? And how do you save a file? One of the most common programs to do this on the Linux command line is called Nano, N-A-N-O. So if we type in Nano at the terminal prompt and a space, let's just create a file called text.txt. So it's nano space text, and this will get us into the Nano editor, and you'll be modifying or editing the text.txt file. So with this, all you really need to do is start typing. It's pretty straightforward. So you can say things like, this is the first line, hit return, this is the second line, and then finally this is the last or third line, and hit enter. And to navigate, you can use your up and down and side arrow keys. So to go up to the first line, just click on the up arrow key several times. To go to the end of the second line, you can type the right arrow key a bunch of times. I'm sure there are a bunch of shortcuts for Nano to get you there a little more quickly, but we're just really discussing the basics of Nano. So it's easy to navigate around your file by utilizing the arrow keys. So what if we want to save this file? What we can do is, I'll show you one example of just trying to get out of the files. We can do Control X, and you can see that you have a bunch of menu options at the bottom of the screen, and Control X will get you out of Nano, but luckily it prompts you, so you've got a bunch of work here. Do you want to save this? Yes or no? And all you need to do is hit yes to save. It'll bring up the name of the file, and you can hit return to save the file. And then if we do an ls, you see that the text file exists with 79 bytes, and we can go back into Nano and edit the text file again. So now that we're back in there, let's do some editing. So let's get rid of the last word in the first line. And to do that, you can hit the backspace key, and that'll get rid of it automatically. Or you can just go to the first letter of the word and hit the delete key several times to delete the word as well. And another option, a neat option, is the search and substitution. So if we do control and slash, it'll search for a word to replace. So let's say we want to replace the word line. Let's type in line, and then replace with, let's just say area. So we're going to replace the word line with the word area, and we can hit enter. And it says replace this instance, and it gives you a bunch of options. So do you want to replace just this word, or do you want to go through the whole document and actually replace every single instance of line with the word area? So let's say all. So we can do A, and then if you look at your text, the word line is gone, and now you have the word area in place of the word line. So let's go back and just bring that back. I'm sure there's an undo function here someplace, but this is not my primary text editor. I use VI, but we're just taking you through the basics. So just to do another example, we'll replace area with the word line, and then we'll do that for all instances, and then we're back to normal. So that's it. We've shown you how to type some text. We've shown you how to navigate the text in Nano, and also how to save a file, and also how to do a little bit of search and substitution. And one other way to save a file is to do write out, or Control O. Name a file to write, text.txt, and you know what, if we want to modify this a little bit, let's give this a text_2 and save this as a revision of the original document, and hit enter. Save file under different name, yes, and it's written. So now we can just do Control X to leave, and let's actually see if we have two different files. And we do. So we have our original text.txt file and the second version text_2.txt. And all this was done and performed with the Nano program and Nano command. We'll see you guys next time.